Welcome to Dutchess and Her Dukes, a podcast where I interview really cool artists and New York City hustlers. I'm Dutchess, and these are my Dukes. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dutchess, and today I'm interviewing TJ Dizzy, who graced us with his presence. Okay, I'm gonna start with like super basic questions. So I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are.
TG Dizzy from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. Marlboro projects to be exact. Yeah.
Yeah. How was it growing up in Brooklyn?
Up and down.
Yeah.
I had a good childhood. I was basically the only kid on my mother's side.
Nice.
So I was basically spoiled being the only kid in the house. So I got what I wanted.
That's amazing. I'm jealous. It wasn't the case for me at all. My brother was my mother's favorite, so. And I was taking care of all my siblings, so that sounds like a very nice childhood.
Yeah, it
So,
was.
did your mom support your music aspirations already back in the day, or like, is this something that came to you later in life?
Yeah, it came to me later in life. I was into sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played basketball. I played baseball was like really my first sport that I played. I played Ty Cobb, Little League. It was like two baseball fields like right across the street from Marlboro. And
That's cool.
so I played a little bit.
I went to the game last Thursday.
Yeah, it was fun.
First time in like the Mets against. I already forgot. That's how great
yeah,
I am
I
with
mean-
sports. Yo, what was it? Fuck, I'll find out. I'm terrible. Like, I love the New York
Just went for the
City
experience?
teams. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was just asked to name. I love the Knicks, right? Like, I was just asked to name 5 players that I couldn't fucking do it.
I mean-
because I'm so dumb. But the thing is that no, I'm not
You
dumb.
like the Knicks?
I like the Knicks because it's like ultimately the most New York City team you could be supporting.
Right.
Although I was gonna actually ask you if you maybe prefer the Nets since you're from Brooklyn.
I've never really been a big Knicks fan. Like I rooted for them. I really did root for them. Growing up, I was a Chicago Bulls fan.
For real? Because of
Yeah.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
Of course.
And I do prefer the Brooklyn Nets over the Knicks, even though the Knicks is doing very well right now.
Well, I get tickets sometimes from one of my clients, so I'll make sure to holler at you if you love them. Like the seats are so great. It's like 12th row, right in the middle of the court.
That sounds
It's
good.
amazing. So I'll let you know. But I also know that you lived in Jacksonville in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, why were you there? What were you doing there?
All right, so basically getting in a lot of trouble, and my grandmother, God bless her, she was like really on me, and she basically said, I booked you a ticket, and don't make me come to Brooklyn and get you. So when Grandma spoke, I had to go.
Wow, that's respect.
Yeah.
So how long were you there for? You just got back recently, right?
Yeah. I've been back for about a few years. But, I was there for a while. Basically, same thing, making music, trying to find my way. Basically trying to stay out of trouble, and that's what happened. I wound up coming back to Brooklyn. Really, like my son had to come back for school. He came
Nice.
to Florida to see me, and I took him back, and I never went back to Florida.
That's cool. Did you like it there?
Yeah, I did. Jacksonville per se was like not really.
Where is, to be honest with you, I should have checked, but like I don't even know where it is in Florida.
It's really like the north. It's really like north of north of Florida. It's like
Okay.
I think Orlando is basically before
All right.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
And then you run into Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, and then all of that.
Cool.
So yeah.
Do you feel like you had to readjust to the weather again when you came back to New York? Because it's like way colder, right?
Yeah, it really is, and I think I did okay because I ended up coming back when it was still hot.
Smart move.
Yeah, like, because my son had to go back to school, so it was like, I came back when it was like still hot out here. So it was probably like the end of July, like beginning of August, something like that. And it was all right. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I'm a winter baby, so
When is your birthday?
December 27th.
Oh, I'm November 23rd. I thought maybe you're a Sag, but you're not.
Nah, I'm a Capricorn.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Penny's, where we're recording this podcast, and make sure you know about their delicious coffee. They make their own beans. I don't even know what that means, but it feels like hard. And you should all come to Penny's and check it out. And they run a really cool membership program, so I highly recommend it. Again, Penny's, you can find them on Instagram, or you can look for their website. So the like music in Brooklyn, like trap in Brooklyn, is like very different to me from other places, and I'm really excited right now about Detroit and Philly, and Harlem too. Actually, it's so different. But I want to talk to you about Florida and like the artists coming out of Florida. And do you feel like maybe they may have influenced your last album, or your music and artistic expression as a whole?
No, actually, what influenced the album, it wasn't really the Jacksonville artists. So when I got back, I got sick, and
Sorry.
yeah, I got sick. I basically could have died. You know what I mean? So I had,
Oh my God.
yeah, I had like 2 surgeries, and I went through that. And when I was in the hospital, it was like I didn't really have a lot of people that came to see me. So my kid's mother, they came to see me, and I had 2 friends that came to see me, which one, my best friend, Billboard, he was in the hospital as well. So we was both basically in the hospital together, always on the phone at nights, and like we was just talking and venting, and I had basically an epiphany being in the hospital, going through that, and it was like, it was so much. That's why I called the album Unstable Emotions, because it was like, I was here and there, and then it was like, if you listen to the album, like you can see like I'm happy, but I'm not happy. Like I'm here, but I'm there. Like my mind was everywhere. So it was
I
like,
love that song Bipolar. It's really
Yeah.
relatable. And I don't know how much it's like, just a metaphor or real shit, but I feel like, mental health is still like a stigma in our world, and like people don't admit, but like I'm definitely bipolar
um,
in a way.
I think a lot of people have their own type like of bipolar in them. Like
Just like, emotional
Yeah, like-
instability.
yeah, like people go through things. You know what I'm saying? You go through a lot. And I know I've been through a lot. So
Yeah, and life is like up and down. It's never like straight line. It fluctuates,
the
it's ebbs
album.
and flows.
Like, it was like
Yeah, that's why I love
So,
it.
It was like, I've been through a lot. So the things that I seen, I had to go through and had to overcome. It was like, I put it out there. Like, not like my first album, I basically gave myself, and then the second album, it was like, I just got out that situation. That's what I was feeling. It was like unstable emotions. It was just everywhere. So
Yeah. So that's cool. You had this epiphany in the middle of like your stay in a hospital. It was beautiful. And you
Yeah.
actually answered my next question, which was like, why this title and what inspired it? And now I know.
yeah, like also like one of the like most biggest moments in the hospital is like I was in a room with somebody, and that person died like,
Oh my God.
in a room while I was there.
Wow.
And it was like that, it type messed with me. Like it's not like I've never seen somebody dead before, but it was like that bothered me because I knew I could have died. And then like
Facts.
seeing somebody else just pass away in my room, it was like it just, I can't even really explain it. It just took me somewhere else, and I just
Do you feel like the life literally, like you felt like the life like it got out of his body for real?
yeah, like I was,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah. So I seen nurses working on him and all that. So it was like that really bothered me a lot. And
Yeah.
like when I really like look at life in a whole different way from now. Like even when I talk to my kid's mother, I tell them like I don't even feel the same. Like
Wow.
this, I'm not the same person I was before. Like going in that hospital.
Real transformation, sounds like.
Yeah, it's just like I'm more. I feel like I'm more standoffish, like maybe a little bit more aggressive, and like not wanting to be in a lot of situations. So, like I would be more aggressive, like to keep people away from me.
Nowadays, you feel like, okay,
Like,
okay.
like to keep people away from like I don't want to be involved in that. Mm-hmm. Like some people like they're like, but listen, like I don't want to hear it or be involved in it. So sometimes I get aggressive and to keep people away from me.
That's smart. Unlike me, who's like too welcoming to everyone, and then I have to like weed out like.
Yeah, like I have
bullshit.
no problem like meeting new people, but like
Don't let
bad energy is just like not my thing.
Facts. That's something I'm learning. Like I'm like very like my energy is very welcoming, but I need to be quicker at discerning like who shouldn't be in the in this like energy circle.
Yeah, like most definitely. Like I mean, like you could also like pick up on it like first instant. Like,
yeah.
When you meet somebody,
I'm
like,
learning
you get,
that.
Like you get a bad feeling, like go with it. You get a good feeling, then it's like.
Yes.
When you met me, how was your vibe?
You specifically? Yeah. I mean, you look so cool. So I was like almost a little intimidated. But then, oh, by the way, shout out to my boy Mad Max who designed this beautiful shirt. I'm going to show you. This is Mad Max, my boy. He's also from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn way. I'll put you on. He moved to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And he actually has been designing clothes for rappers. Again, shout out to he's one of my best friends.
Okay.
We used to work together in New York, but then he moved to Atlanta right before the pandemic, and he loves the space over there. So it's like we used to like get high and like walk around New York for like years. He taught me a little about fashion. But yeah, he like designs for rappers too. Like he sells at this really huge store in Atlanta where rappers shop. So I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fly, and fire. Wait, so going back to your album, do you feel like as a rapper, you have a sort of like a responsibility that for like other people, younger people especially, who might be listening to you? Or like, do you feel like you should lead by example in some ways?
I am very careful with what I write.
Really?
Or if anybody familiar with being in the studio, you don't really have to write. You can go in there and say a few bars and then stop and then go back and say a few more bars. So like if I'm in that mode and I'm doing that and I go back and I listen to it, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe it's a little too much. Like maybe somebody gonna take that offensive. Or I think that way, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
It's hard, right? Like, I'm a writer. I just finished my first novel called Dutchess and Her Dukes, hence this podcast.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's still like, editing, but there's certain parts, right? Like, I'm careful with my words too. And I also don't want to be offensive to anyone. Right. However, at the same time, I want to be like... a little controversial, so I'm making fun of like white.
Be raw about it.
Yeah, I'm like making fun of like hipsters who moved to Brooklyn, gentrified, like white liberals. I'm white, by the way, as you can't see. But I'm an immigrant too, so I feel like I'm coming from a different perspective.
Growing up, like I had like real interesting interaction with Caucasian people. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, like I used to go upstate to like Woodstock. I got an uncle that lived in Woodstock.
That's cool. I've been there once.
I used to go up there a lot for the summers when I was younger.
Lucky.
It was like always like he actually married a Caucasian woman, and she was like one of the best people I ever met. Like
that's nice.
Yeah, and like she was always like one of the best people I ever met. And like after meeting her, like it was like I had a whole other like look on Caucasian. I always looked at them different, and I was like, nah, I could rock with a lot of them. Like,
no, it's interesting, right? Like,
I don't care what nobody else think. Like, I think y'all cool.
Thank you, appreciate you. I guess I always feel like because I came here as an immigrant, my experience is also different. because I had, I came with like $200 in my, maybe less, and like it's like a typical immigrant story, so whatever. But still, yeah, I'm aware of like the privilege that I have just by the mere color. So I'm very careful. That's why I'm very careful. But
I mean, you worked hard. You right here right now.
I've been hustling, trust me. This is the first time I only have 2 jobs instead of like 3 or 4. You feel me?
And that's how you gotta be living in New York.
Yeah, absolutely. But to your point, it's funny because like my boys from Brooklyn, from like Brownsville and East New York that I've been working with,
My mother live in Brownsville.
I love it. I love it there. Actually, I think it's really
I live
nice.
in Brownsville a lot.
Yeah? So, but like my friends, like, or people I've been working with, I'm like their first white friend.
Yeah, like,
Even though they're from New York, born and bred.
Brownsville is dope, and that's like my second home. Like away from being from Marlboro, like I had got this. It's an unreleased song where I'm saying,
Ooh.
I'm from Marlboro, but like Brownsville is like I always I gotta give a shout out to Brownsville because like that's always like my second
Brownsville.
home. Because being out there, like I
love it there. Honestly.
I got like a Brownsville personality somewhat from being out there for so long.
Wait, this is cool. Like, describe Brownsville personality. That's the coolest thing I've heard all day or week.
So like,
month.
Brownsville is known. A lot of people look at Brownsville like for what they hear. You know what I'm saying? Like from being robbed and shootouts and all the
shootouts.
When you live there, like that's not what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like when you live there, you know, you're aware about what's going on and what can happen. But like Brownsville personality is like basically like it's like the vibe of being in Brownsville. Like it's like you can't go out there and not be like a Brownsville person. You cannot not move like how Brownsville moves. Like you're gonna stick out immediately. Like if I'm walking with you and you walking like a little nerve, they gonna what's wrong with her? Like they gonna.
You gotta be confident.
Yeah, like you gotta just go about your business and not worry about everything else that's going on. Like nobody's really worrying about you.
But that's Brooklyn too. Like people be like moving different.
They think of Brooklyn in the '90s. That's what it is. They think about Brooklyn in the '90s, where like you really couldn't walk through those areas like without knowing somebody or being with
I was
somebody.
walking around those areas not long ago.
Yeah.
But it's different now.
Very.
So you remember the '90s in there? Yeah.
Somewhat. Yeah. I remember.
Were you rapping already back then?
No, I started like late teens.
Okay.
Like 18, like coming out of high school.
Very cool. What do you feel like you want to work on now? Like, what are some projects that you're working on, and where do you see your career move towards? Really?
I got my hand. Like, I really don't want to do it no more. Like, I'm really like into like the business side of it. Like, I like.
That's cool.
Like, I like the business side of it, and.
I mean, 50 Cent did both.
Yeah.
Or still doing
I always said like
50 million things.
I always said like when I stopped, like I would never completely stop. I would never like work on like a complete project. I would release like singles and stuff like that, but I would never like work on a complete project unless it was like inspiring or something like that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like you still need that as your outlet maybe, or like a form of expression.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna, it's like such a difference. Like when
I got my own label.
You do?
Yeah, Trapco Entertainment.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Are you looking for artists?
Yeah, always.
You heard?
Always. I got a few.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you manage them too?
Yes, I want them.
Very cool.
Yeah, my son.
Oh yeah, how old is he?
Yeah, he's 15.
Oh, he's already rapping?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's real good. Yeah.
Oh, is it trap or drill?
So that's interesting. So he started with like drill music, and like I get it because he lives in Marlboro.
Exactly, that's what like kids be doing there.
So he lives in Marlboro. He lives where I'm from, so I get it. But my conversation with him was like, it's dying. Like drill is gonna disappear soon. Like
you think?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's gonna disappear soon.
Why? Why do you think that?
It's I don't know. It's just a feeling. Like I feel like it's gonna die out soon. And the crazy thing about me telling him that, like, he came to me with something new, and then me and my cousin who shoot my videos. My cousin immediately was like, when we shooting the video, I was like, we ain't even mix it down enough. I was like, it was just raw. He was like, nah, we gotta get. I was like, all right. So he got a talent show this month in his school. So I told him, I said, so we gonna come to the talent show. We gonna shoot.
At the talent show?
Yeah, we gonna
Smart,
shoot
yeah.
at the talent show, and then you could. It's in his school, so I told him you could do the rest of the video throughout the school or whatever, however you want to do it. So yeah, I got my son.
Sounds like you're really proud of him, huh?
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
I always tell him, like, make sure school is in all the way. Like, school first. He just gave.
I mean, I know a lot of brilliant people who just graduated high school, or not even like brilliant, but yeah, school is important. Children.
Yeah, school first. I had an opportunity to graduate from high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being young, wrong way.
I got you. Okay, I really wanted to ask. I know it's like people don't want to talk about it in a way because it's maybe like overdone, but what is your take on the current Kendrick Lamar Drake beef?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I was.
It's like so crazy, right?
Yeah, like I was just in a few of the Instagrams in the comments, and I was just going through it, and I feel like I just like it, like lyrical battles. Like I like it.
Yeah.
It's just like Kendrick Lamar is like one of the greatest doing it lyrically, and Drake is arguably the best doing it. Period. So, I feel like Drake is on the ropes right now. I feel like he on the ropes right now, and Kendrick did a great job. I think Drake do bad against people that is like MCs, that actually know how to carry themselves.
For sure. Do you think all the allegations are true? Like this is like some crazy shit.
I don't really pay attention to
So
it.
that is just more like
It's
lyrically.
like, yeah,
I feel
like-
that. Same here.
I'm not going the extra mile to try to find out is that true. Like,
Yeah.
listen, he said it in a rap. Like everything is not meant to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. If he say something that he did, all right, I don't know.
I like that approach.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Who do you think is better if you had to choose right now?
What in the battle?
Who's done better?
I think Kendrick has done better. I think he angled it right. I think he came at him correct. I think he did what wasn't expected.
Drake started it, like also.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
They
I don't know who
just-
started it.
J. Cole and Kendrick, and then J. Cole came back and then withdrew that and was like,
This beef been going on for a while.
now it's been like a few weeks, I think.
Nah,
Or
this
maybe
beef-
like you mean like
they've been sneak dissing each other for a while.
yeah, for real.
That's the thing. They've been sneak dissing, not saying names, but now they're mentioning names. Like,
They're just out there.
yeah.
You know, I saw this thing on your Instagram story that I really liked, and I wanted you to expand on it. You said, been waking up every morning like this can't be real. What do you mean by that, and what were you referring to?
Like it basically going back to me being in the hospital. And then I didn't know, like I really didn't know when I was in the hospital if I was gonna make it out. Cause like I was scared, like for the first time, like, and that was crazy, like for the first time ever in my life, I was really scared. Like, because it was like, I got a friend, God bless him, D-Boy, that he went into surgery and never came out. And it was like, ever since then, I was scared to go under the knife, and I had to do it twice.
Wow. So, do you feel like you're so like grateful and there's like some sort of gratitude? Yeah, I feel the same way every day I wake up. I'm like, thank God.
It's sometimes like I wake up with tears in my eyes.
That's so sweet.
Like no, like, and I don't know, like it just like I wake up sometimes and like I don't know. I wake up emotional sometimes. Sometimes I wake up aggressive, not wanting to be bothered. And it's like I said, the album.
Yeah.
I basically did what I was living throughout that time.
That's really cool. Do you have like a recommendation maybe for producers? I feel like I know a lot of people right now who are looking for really good engineers and producers. Is there anyone you would recommend that you work with?
I have a cousin that live in Long Island. I got a cousin that live in Long Island. I really don't remember his social media.
Is he good?
Yeah. But I know recently he got married and he like really haven't been. He's been more focused on his marriage. And then I know there's a few people that I get DMs from, and I listen. And then sometimes like I tap in with them and like I grab a beat or two.
That's cool.
So it's like I don't really have anybody on hand that I'll be like, yeah, this is my go-to guy. It's just like some people send me beats and I listen to them. Some of them I like. We do business and
yeah. Okay, so last question: do you prefer joints or blunts?
I actually prefer a backwood.
That's a good answer.
I prefer a backwood, really, but like living in New York, it's been hard getting the backwoods that I want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, but recently I found one.
That's good.
But I wasn't able to get there today, so he sell banana backwoods and all type of other backwoods that I like. So when I want to really smoke, I smoke a backwood, but elements I get some elements and roll some of this good weed in it.
Actually, one more, definitely last question. What's my name?
Dutchess.
I feel like I'm DJ Khaled. What's my name, baby? DJ Khaled. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You gon' slide them bitch nigga, then you better slide. Cause when we on a prowl, ain't no way that you can hide. Last nigga sent this location, that nigga died. All the dirt that I done did, thank God I'm still alive. You gon' slide them bitch nigga, then you better slide. Cause